welcome everybody to the Houston Real Estate Talk with Stone and Fields. Here today with Patti Contrasto from Boxwood Mortgage. Welcome, Patti. How are you?
Hi, Kariliz. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here again. Well, this is the thing. I heard a lot about high balance loans. So I'm curious. I don't know much about lending overall. So why don't we talk a little bit about that? And that way you can enlighten me.
Yes, super excited to do so. So in states like California, Nevada, Florida, there's such thing called high-cost loans. And what that means is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac determines what the maximum loan limit for a conventional conforming loan is. And last year, that number used to be $410,000 here in Texas in Harris County. However, those loan limits have gone up to $510,400. So a high-balance loan is typically offered in other states where the cost of living is considered to be higher. In Texas, as you know, especially in Houston, homes have gone up, so the cost of living has gone up. Therefore, these lenders have evaluated that there's an opportunity for a high-cost product for people that want to buy properties in Texas that exceed that loan limit. So a high-cost loan is basically a loan that exceeds the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac conforming limits of $510,000. However, it doesn't fall in the category of a jumbo loan.
Okay, very interesting, very interesting. So what would be the difference between the conventional and the jumbo, and how does the high balance compare to those two?
Yep. So a conventional loan will allow you today to be able to maximize your loan to $510,400. A high balance loan would allow you to go all the way to $765,000 on the single family home, and a jumbo product will allow you to go up to $3, $4, $5 million.
Okay, wow, that's a big difference in there. So is a high balance loan then cheaper than the jumbo?
So in some ways, yes. So just to kind of put it in a nutshell, a jumbo loan has higher down payments, higher credit score requirements. You typically have to have between 6 months to 12 months in reserves, meaning additional savings. Interest rates can be a little bit higher. And that's primarily because a jumbo loan is not funded by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the most important investors that funds most of the conventional financing. These are funded by private institutions. So when you create a loan that's a high balance loan, it falls under the category of a conventional loan. So it follows very similar guidelines. So they're considered less risk. So therefore, yes, they are less expensive.
Oh, very good, very good. And what is the loan limit of these loans?
So for a high balance loan today in Harris County, and it differs based on the state, is $765,000 for a single family residence.
Okay, very good. And who benefits from a high balance loan? Would say what type of market or buyer would benefit from it?
Okay, so typically someone who's not going to qualify for a jumbo product, someone who doesn't yet have a 720, 740, 760 credit score, which oftentimes on a jumbo product you do need to have a higher credit score. In addition, on a jumbo loan, you would need to have most of the time more than 20% down payment. So someone who's going to benefit from a high balance loan is someone who's going to have a lesser credit score, which the high balance product nationwide does allow you to go down to 680 credit score and only place 10% down payment.
Very nice. And what about mortgage insurance?
Really good question. So there's no mortgage insurance on the high balance nationwide.
That's exciting. I like that, because how much could that be monthly, a mortgage insurance?
On a price home like this, probably a couple $100, especially if the credit score is in the 600s. We're talking about $200, $300, maybe even $400 a month in mortgage insurance.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of money.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay, so what is the down payment for a high balance loan? You just mentioned it could be less than 20%. It could be at 10%.
Yep. Yeah, 10% is a minimum.
All right. And can a first-time home buyer do this program?
Oh, yes. And that's actually a really good point, because on a jumbo product, sometimes you can't be a first-time home buyer. So if you are a first-time home buyer, there's additional limitations. Like you have to have rental history where you can provide proof that you've actually rented a place in the past. You also have to have more reserves. You have to have a higher credit score if you are a first-time home buyer for a jumbo product. While on the high balance nationwide, you don't have to meet those limitations. You can be a first-time home buyer.
That's really exciting. What are the types of income that are allowed or accepted on a high balance loan?
So same income that you would have in a conventional loan. You have your W-2 income. If you're self-employed, you can include your self-employment income. If you have alimony, child support, you can use that. If you're retired, you can use retirement income. If you actually have rental income from other properties that you might own, you can also use rental income. So anything that you would typically be able to use on a conventional loan, you can use on a high balance nationwide loan.
Very good, very good. And I have a question here that it's how does the mortgage insurance work? But we just talked a little bit about that, right? We already covered the mortgage insurance.
Yep.
And can someone do a refinance on a high balance loan?
Yep. So the high balance nationwide product is offered to people that want to buy a property for the first time, refinance an existing property that falls within that loan limit, and or an investment property. So the investment property, that product, which is awesome because think about a jumbo is going to require 700s or higher, especially as an investor. The high balance nationwide, if you're an investor, yes, you do have to put 20% down payment, but you can have a credit score that's as low as 680.
Right.
So yes,
right.
it's offered to primary residence, second home, and investment.
Okay.
And on primary, the lowest down payment is 10, investment is 20.
Very good, very good. Is there anything that we should know about the high balance loan for those who are thinking about buying for the first time? Then this would be the case that would apply if they want to buy something up to 765, correct? So instead of going to the jumbo, anything else we need to know? So for those who are thinking about buying a house in that price range.
Yeah, I think it's super important before you start looking into qualifying for a jumbo product, or before you decide that you're going to wait another 6 months or 12 months to save your 20% down payment, because that's the biggest misconception with jumbo loans. I would say explore the options. Do consider the high balance nationwide because of the down payment. 20% of a price home in the 700,000-800,000, it's a lot of money.
Yes.
And I think it's important to be able to identify, one, if you're having to wait because you think that you have to have the 20% down payment, you now know that you don't. And two, even if you did have the 20% down payment, I think it's always important to be able to sit down with your accountant or your CPA and understand perhaps where that money could be allocated. It's not always the best to place that money as a down payment and tie it on the equity of your property.
Okay, that's really good to know. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Patti. Where can people get a hold of you? How they can contact you?
Yes, of course. My number is 713-387-9521. We are here in Houston, and we have our office in the Galleria area. So for a free consultation, we're always happy to help and meet with anyone who needs a mortgage question or has a mortgage question. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you again. And
Yes.
thank you, everybody. And thanks for listening to the Houston Real Estate Talk.